You should tell them where your background, Anthony.
I was born in St. Louis, Missouri. A lot of craziness, born into like drug lifestyle. My mother used to sell drugs. Eventually became addicted to drugs when I was around 11 or 12. And I just remember, one day just coming home from school, and you young, you don't think about everything. But I just remember like, oh, I left my key. I just remember knocking on the door for like 5 to 10 minutes, and like my mother finally came to the door, and she came to the door with like, if you know anything about drug addicts, they use a soda can, and they smoke it through that, and it didn't register to me that at that time that like, wow, it took you this long because you were, and like I just remember my life taking a flip at that point. My mom was my role model. She encouraged me to do this, but it's like our life changed. She used to work hard every day. We went from having literally to having nothing, moving in with aunts and back and forth between St. Louis, Illinois, Milwaukee. So, music was the one place I was able to find my release. And then reading was another place I was able to find my release. But somehow I was taught like at an early age how to really, really keep that at an appropriate level as to not be, ostracized by the people that I hung around or, my community and stuff like that. So I probably would say over my life that's probably been, the thing that motivated me. I can always get so far, but I didn't want to, I didn't really want to push up and really ruffle any feathers because, ultimately, because of my life, I wanted to be accepted. So when the person who I thought loved me the most stopped loving me, it was like, okay, what part did I play in that? So, I mean, even to this day, my mother still struggles with drug addiction, and it sucks and it's hard, but I realized at some point I gotta live my life, for me, and that I actually get to make choices independent of her to determine my path. So, coming to Odyssey, the biggest moment in Odyssey to me, and Emily, I always say this, is, we're the first year. First year you still learning stuff. You get the kinks out, and she invited some like admissions counselors from like different schools and students and stuff, and it was this guy from UW Madison, and like he pissed me off because he was basically telling us, I mean, you could probably apply, but y'all probably ain't gonna be able to compete with these 18, 19-year-olds coming right out of high school and I was just like, what? And so I know I was pissed, and I looked around the room. I looked around the room. Everybody else was pissed. But what set me off? But what set me off? I'm sorry. What encouraged me even more that I was in the right place is that she was pissed. Emily stood up and was like, "We're not having that." She was like, "Y'all can do what you want to do. You can go where you want to go." And like everybody's talk, they initially denied me, to get into UW too, but I continued and I persisted because I know I have what it takes, and it's like now that I'm there, I'm giving all of who I am, to that place. So being in the Odyssey just opened my eyes to so much stuff, reading stuff, learning about the shadows and looking at the walls and not being able to comprehend the whole world. And what it birthed for me was a CD that I ended up doing after being a part of the Odyssey Project, and it's called Adaptive, and it's just basically a culmination of everything that I learned throughout Odyssey and the way that it inspired me. So I'll take one verse that I feel like kind of really sums up one of the things that I learned in there, and it says, poverty is a mentality. We need to change our minds, change our grinds, break free now, not gradually. Our children are a casualty, cause they killing with that outfit, but can't live without it. We left here without grip. Can't keep a hold, and the more they're sold, the more they're told they're headed down the right road. I wonder if that's what they really need. A nice pair of jeans or to learn how to read. Invest or splurge. Live on the verge of a have not. Look at what you have got. An untapped wealth that's within yourself that you can share with the world unlike no one else. Cause it ain't all about the Benjamins, it's the future of our youth and the way we send them in. Will they be strong and feel like they belong? Cause if we don't impart, we will be wrong. And the chorus says, I'm here to serve my people like the neighborhood dope boy. But what I'm slanging looks a lot like hope, boy. And you know I'm about to serve the streets and get them hooked, cause I love the streets. We so adaptive. I'm about to do it like the #1 hustler, cause what I'm trying to give you, them haters can't touch us. All you gotta do is breathe, inhale, exhale, believe. So that's a
Congratulations, the family thing, the family thing. Lord,
I want to get Madison, you got the